Well, here we go. Welcome all to the August, 1st of August, to the August review for Agile Hive Cloud. And let's jump right in. So, first of all, our announcement for the upcoming review next month. We will go back to the monthly schedule. So the next review will take place on September the 5th, which also is a Thursday. And you can get all the information at this URL right here. You can follow us on LinkedIn, and we will also prepare a LinkedIn event prior to the upcoming review in September. And as always, we will upload the recording afterwards to the Agile Hive YouTube channel that can be found here. And I think this should be the most important information. And this should get you settled to receive all the important updates. Speaking of which, so let's start with the general updates. Some new blog posts have dropped to the Agile Hive blog on our website. One of the latest ones being how Agile Hive can support your SAFe certifications. If this is of interest for you, just feel free to take a look at our Agile Hive blog. We also we post some updates there that are more product related. I think the latest blog post has been about the data center version, but usually there's a bit of everything for all of your potential needs. So you might want to check that out. Another announcement, a bit ahead of time, so you can register and save one of the tickets is for the SAFe Summit that will take place in Washington, DC this year. In October, from the 14th to the 17th of October, and Agile Hive will be sponsoring the event as one of the headline sponsors. And you can meet us there at our booth. I will be there in person. Some of my colleagues will be there as well. So I would love to have a chat with you and discuss all things Agile Hive, SAFe, and maybe even more. Let's see. So really looking forward to that. And as always, in case you are currently evaluating Agile Hive and need more time for that, as we know, SAFe is quite a complex environment to be in, and Jira might be complex here and there as well, and so is Agile Hive. So in case you need to extend your free evaluation period, just let us know, and we will find a solution together. Also, we can support you with some of the initial questions that might come up when configuring Agile Hive, setting everything up. So just let us know, open up a support request in our help desk, and we will take care of that. Moving on to probably the most exciting part for everyone using the product, and those are the product updates and our live demo. So as you probably know, the Agile Hive teams are working in API cadence themselves, and our most recent iteration was the IP iteration. So we had a lot of improvement and fixing and innovation stuff going on. Nonetheless, the team managed to release 3 new versions of the product. And quick reminder here. So on June 6th, it's quite some time back already, but we released a major release that needs to be manually installed by a Jira administrator. So in case you are not able to see all the most recent changes in your Jira site, you might want to check the Universal Plugin Manager of Jira. Maybe you need to manually install the big update from June 6th. And after that, everything else should be updated automatically. So the latest versions included some new features, as always, and some improvements. So the most important ones being the issue list that is now displaying additional Agile Hive related fields. So to give you a better overview of the most important information, the most important SAFe or Agile Hive related information for your issues on the team and on the art level. Then we introduced some placeholder elements in the My Organization view that you might not encounter yourself in case you're a Jira administrator, for example, but in case your organization has some projects in the SAFe hierarchy that are not open to everybody, that are not viewable by everybody, you might stumble across some of those placeholder elements, which basically just indicate that there's a project on a specific layer and you do not have permission to view this exact project, but we want to give you at least the information that the project is there. So you do have a better understanding of the safe hierarchy in your organization. Then we added JQL search suggestions for certain fields of Agile Hive, specifically risk exposure fields, the assigned PIs field and owning team field, making it more convenient and easy to search those fields via the JQL search of Jira. We added a current day marker in team planning boards just to give you a better indicator of the ongoing or the current PI, where exactly in the PI you are currently at, so you get a better understanding of which issues are probably most relevant as of now. And also, as always, we have various improvements regarding performance and consistency of data and reports. For example, the velocity widget is one of those where we streamlined the data that was used in the velocity widget and as well the burn-up chart to have more consistent data across all of the reports. And we will continue this work in the current iteration of our team. And probably there will be more information on that in the next review as we ship those improvements. All right, let's take a brief look at the most recent changes in action. And somebody joining right in time for the demo. So one thing we want to take a look at first is the additional information that we included with the issue list. So here we are on the team level, as you can see up here, and we navigated to the issue list view of Agile Hive. And you can see that we added some more columns that provide you with information on all of those team issues as far as they are available. For example, here we do have the PI involvement field with a brief explanation what this field, what the value of this field means, or how you could interpret that. So we do have the PI involvement information for all of our stories and enablers. Like this one has been involved with the third PI of 2024, and when I hover that information or that interface element, I can see the exact time and date. Also, we included assigned PI information for risks and objectives, and in case you have more than one PI assigned with a specific issue, you just can click on this little +1 indicator here, and it will give you a full list of all the PIs that this issue has been assigned with. In this case, it was one of the completed PIs, so I do have the information this PI already completed and in the past. Similar thing, whoops, sidebar come here, okay. Similar thing was added for the issue list view on the art level. And we do have even more information here, as we also included the teams involved field and the owning team field, providing you with a good overview of all the teams that contribute or that are responsible for specific art level issues. Like in this case, we do have a feature, and we can see that Team Brooklyn is contributing some work to this feature. And also we do have another team, and this is Team Bronx. So this is basically information on the teams involved. Also, we can see that Team Bronx is the owning team for this feature. And this is just in line with all the information I get from this full issue view here. So I can see here on the right-hand side, owning team, Team Bronx, teams involved, Team Brooklyn, and also Team Bronx. And just to give you the full picture, this information is derived from our safe hierarchy. So we can see that we do have 2 stories that contribute to this art level issue that are located in Team Bronx project and one in the Team Bro project. So this is the information here. Yeah, this is available for all the art and team level projects, and gives you a better overview of all the issues you have planned. Then let's just go over here to the outplanning board is a little recap, what we showcased in the video update for the July review that we only had available on YouTube. So the art planning board now is available to all art level projects, and you can see all the art features that will likely be completed or delivered in a specific iteration of the current PI based on the planning status of all of the teams. And I would recommend to just take a look at the July review recording if you want to have more information on that, or just try it out in your very own Jira site, as this is already live for all of our sites. Then let's take a look at the JQL search suggestions. And for that, I just switch over to the Jira JQL search, and I can go ahead and just type one of the field names that Agile Hive provides, like the exposure field, and then equals. And now you can already see that Jira is loading all of the potential values that this field can hold. And I can just select one of them, like this one. And now Jira displays all of the issues that do have exposure equals low set for them. The same applies for the residual exposure. So for this field as well, I could fire up a JQL query here without the necessity to have the exact field identifier at hand, which is quite cumbersome and I think not very accessible to the majority of users. The same now is available for the assigned PIs field. Here I can just type assigned PIs equals, and then Jira will suggest a list of all the PIs with the respective project reference that this PI has been created for. And I could, for example, just select, which one is it? Let's just try one. So Jira will then go ahead and replace the suggestion with the actual PI ID, but this should be nothing that we worry about. It works just similar to the Jira sprint field. You might know this behavior. And now I do have an overview of all the issues that are assigned with the PI that I selected here. And as it should be, the assigned PIs field is only used by issues of the type objective or risk. So I get a list of all the objectives and risks of this PI across all of my projects. I could now go ahead and just further refine that query, like add a project parameter or something else here. And the same is also available for the owning team. Here, of course, I do not get a suggestion list of PIs, but of teams. So for example, let's see, for all issues that are owned by the Brooklyn team, also here you can see that Jira automatically replaces the search suggestion with the respective identifier. Now I can see all the out-level issues that are owned by the team Brooklyn. And this is across all the PIs and all issue statuses, but as with the PI suggestions or the PI JQL query, I could now go ahead and further refine this by just adding like a status category. This is like all of them are in status category to do, so this would not be very fun, but I think you get the point. All right, let me just take a quick look at our list of new features. All right, we have one thing left, but that's a quick one, I think. So let's navigate back to one of our team level projects, like Team Brooklyn. And now let's go to the planning board. And as you can see, here we do have the current day indicator, which now gives us a good idea of where we are in that PI. And it seems like iteration 3 is almost halfway through. So we should definitely start tackling this issue. This is some piece of information that we added to the team planning board. All right, that's it. Oh, I missed out on one thing. Yeah, I added this as a screenshot and not for the live demo because I didn't want to mess with the with the project permissions in my demo site. But as you can see, this is basically what our placeholders look like if your user is not permitted to browse a specific project in Jira. So the save or the My Organization view of Agile Hive will then just display a a gray panel with a lock icon to indicate that there is a portfolio project available for this part of your safe organization, but you are currently not permitted to view this. And also in the sidebar, you can see that there's just unavailable portfolio, which basically is is translation for the portfolio is there, but you are not permitted to view that. This might also be a hint for Jira administrators if they get reports by the users that they see this, that probably some project might not be correctly configured, as in most cases, if I am working, for example, here in team 4, I should be able to also browse the portfolio project because I'm contributing work to that portfolio, and usually I should be aware of where this work actually contributes. But yeah, I mean, this is basically a hint or a security feature, whatever. However you view it. Then let me provide you with a brief update on the migration path for Agile Hive. In case your company is in the process of migrating from data center or server to cloud, this might be very relevant for you. As you can see, the technical concept basically is done. We are currently working on migration path version 2.0, which is mainly focused around Agile Hive custom fields. And we are currently in the process of exporting all the relevant data from the data center side. There's a lot of preparation necessary here, which needs to be implemented in the data center version of Agile Hive, actually. So we are preparing this at the moment to get all the data structures out of the data center side. Next step then would be to import and map the data to their cloud counterparts. This is basically also in progress already, but as this step is not yet finished, we just indicated this as upcoming. Also, we are currently working on some first alpha versions for internal testing, that everything behaves correctly, that all the data is being transferred correctly, and that there are no yet leaks or missing data. And then we proceed with running some internal tests, and our current timeline can be found at looks like adding some more bullet points here wasn't a good idea. So this is the URL where you can get all of the information regarding migrating from data center or server to cloud. Just check this out for our current roadmap. Speaking of roadmap, this is our short-term roadmap for the current sprint, or the current and the upcoming sprint, what we want to deliver. Feature-wise, we are currently working on a prototype implementation of flow metrics. We are working together with another third-party marketplace app here to see whether or not we are able to provide the data that the other app then uses to provide the actual report. This might be a good way for us to deliver those reports way earlier than if we had to implement everything ourselves. So this is like a prototype implementation, just a proof of concept that we are currently working on. And also we are working on a very commonly requested feature for the issue list, which goes to like sorting and filtering the issue list by JQL. And this is mostly finished, I would say. So I would expect a general availability here within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So just in time for the September review. Also, as already noted, currently in the making is various bug fixes and performance improvements, mainly in preparation for large solution and portfolio level reports, but also especially for the reports. As mentioned, to have more consistent data there, to have the data sources consistent through all of the report widgets, and this is already in the making. What we have on our short-term roadmap as well is for the team planning boards, a quick filter to for art parents. So this is something that the data center version provides already, and it makes it way easier for users to just filter the board for a specific art parent instead of using the JQL filter and having to look up all of the art parent IDs. You can just go via drop down, select the art parent you are currently breaking down into stories with your team in BI planning, and then have the board view filtered down to just this one art level issue. And for the migration part, as just mentioned, we are just preparing the export of all the relevant data from the data center version and preparing the import into the cloud counterpart side. The longer term roadmap and the outlook. We do have, I think we do have that on our roadmap for quite some time now. It got delayed by several fire lane issues, I would say, mainly bug fixes and performance improvements, is some minor improvements to art planning board, like display team level issues that do have a direct dependency with one of the art level issues that are scheduled to be delivered in a specific iteration. So we will add that to the art planning board, I think, over the next 4 weeks. As also mentioned, we are preparing for large solution and portfolio reports. So we do have some more concepts that we are working on for the portfolio reports in specific. And the other things that we are going to work on in the upcoming month are manual configuration of Jira boards and sprint mapping. I think we tackled this in the previous review as well. This might be very helpful for customers who are in the process of setting up Agile Hive, who have migrated data over from server or data center to the cloud and now want to recreate their PI structure. So this might be very useful there. And also, as I just mentioned, the prototype implementation of flow metrics is still ongoing. And we hope that we will have something to show by the end of this month as well. As always, we are continuing our work on usability and performance improvements, and also, as multiple times mentioned already, the migration path. And if you have any feedback, any feature requests, any bugs that you encountered when using Agile Hive, please feel free to reach out via this URL that directs to our service desk, and we will be happy to help you there. This was all for today. Here again, the reminder to mark your calendars for the 5th of September for the next review. And thank you all for attending. Now you do have the opportunity to get your questions over to us and talk about. And thanks all for joining, and see you next time. Bye-bye.